How do, ladies, gents, and others? It's me, Royston Charmaine again. How you getting on? Um, I'm. I've been going through it a bit lately. For anyone who follows, I think to be seeing a second channel that you probably do follow. Um, illness hasn't been going great. Mental health hasn't been doing too brilliant. But I'm on the path. I'm on the way up. But a large part of how I deal with things is by writing about them. And lately, I've been writing some quite. If being kind, we'll call it melancholic. If not being kind, we'll call it depressing. Writing. And I just kind of wanted to read through it with you today. And see what you think of it. So, this is in a part of a file that I have called Bits and Bobs, where I literally just doodle poems about all kinds of shit. But the last few days' worth have been a bit bleak. So let's have a look at them. I've had to tidy this file up a little bit for it to be showable. So anyway, let's scroll down and see the first one. So, the transience of everything is, I think, the subject for this first one. So, I just have to move this a little bit so I can read all of it. On my head. Ooh. Shuffle across. There we go. Every orbit is indefinite. They end either in a spiral of destruction or fade into the black. You can't prepare for it. Whether it become a tidal wave or the waters settle slack. Once it begins, the end is nigh, no turning back. Just pray that it's the latter, that there will be no attack. For if your tangential body simply dissolves like yesterday's dream, you can choose to absolve yourself of any misdemeanor, or maybe not. The stars forgot that when one comes crashing down causing terror, with it can come closure, finality, a letter nailed to the door calling time. At least you won't look up and wonder why. So, not really sure exactly what brought this on. Just that feeling of things ending without you realising that they'd ended. So I came up with this idea of everything that ever orbits anything, it can only end one or two ways. No orbit is indefinite. And I've written every orbit is indefinite. Did I forget what indefinite meant? Did I just confuse myself? I must have just confused myself. Let's correct that right now. Every orbit is indefinite is the exact opposite of what I meant. No orbit is indefinite. I wonder which way around I got confused. I doubt I forgot what indefinite meant. I probably just wrote every thinking I was talking about every relationship, every like interpersonal connection. Weird. Anyway, that's a strange thing. So yeah, I was thinking about how no orbits are indefinite and they can only end one of two ways. Either it collapses in towards the thing it's orbiting around and then an event, well, they probably wouldn't collide, it would break up before it had the chance to collide, but still there'd be like a shower of pieces. Something gets destroyed either way, violently, or it moves outwards and just gets flung into space, never to return. And whilst the latter is less destructive to your life, obviously, you don't want a friendship, relationship, business partnership, or anything to end with a violent argument. At the same time, there's a definitive reason why. Then there's a definitive. This is the point where it ends, and this is the reason why it ended. Whereas when things just kind of drift away from you, you might look up and wonder why. There's a lot of things in my life that I feel like this about. I'm not sure what this inspired me to write this, but must have just been how I was feeling. Oh, this is a long one. I get a bit rambly when I'm in this mode. Do I need to move the text a bit across so that you can see the full lines? It's not usual that I spelled heresy wrong. Is it heresy? Oh, it's an S. Okay, fair enough. Apparently still wrong. Fuck yourself then. Right. I'll just have to scroll it up to next to my head. Okay, that's fine. Here we go. The trees fall in a void. Whispers carry like screams. The vacants look so annoyed by the endless humming of dreams. Dreams of valor. Delusions of adequacy. Exclamations stammer verbal profligacy. Which one am I? The truth or the heresy? Who gets to decide if my will is a fallacy? Have I said fallacy already? No. Okay. Is it me? Or am I judged from on high? By something mighty that finds all the packets of lies that make up my thin hide? Is it too soon to cry? Will the avoidance of demons result in their withering death, or do they take solace in each continuing breath that I take, knowing that I only make them stronger the longer I refuse to meet their eye? Would that I could just fly, leave them all behind like the ashes that drift skyward from a funeral pyre. At least then I would be free, no longer stuck in the mire of my own avarice. How has it come to this? If you watched a previous video, you might have seen me use that rhyme before. And when will it end? I can no longer defend all the ways I pretended to know what you meant. I'm at a loss. A mirror image. He stares right back, twisted visage of a man I should know. But a stranger he remains. I feel like you might remember his name. Is he like us? Broken in yellow and ghostly white. The glitch in the matrix, the thief in the night. The ghost in my stasis, the left to my right. And I think that's where it ends. Yeah. I think my flow's good. I think when I'm in this mood, I really do get into a good rhyme structure flow. Don't think the writing's very good, though. It's very... I guess it kind of shows where I am. It feels quite, like... angsty teenager. Like, oh, I have all these demons. Must have been in a really fucking self-pitying mood when I wrote this one, because I'm not a fan of this. Yeah. Get over yourself, mate, would be my response to a week or two ago Royston that wrote this. Next. Worn down shouldn't be... Fine, whatever. If you say so. The water's surface flexes and tears in mirrored despair, reflexive unfair. It depicts me as unbothered, don't care. I know what's there. It hits different. My soul is a worn down pavement. Years of footfall from you and from all, and not wanting to call time. It's mine. The surface is rough and covered in dust, so avoidance is just if you must. I accept you can't trust it. What I am is a musket in a world of torpedoes, a modest umbrella in a line of gazebos. What might just make it worth it for me, though, is what I could be with a little placebo. Lead me on, tie me down. Let me know, tell me now. Kick a stone free from the surface of me and take it home as a solemn memento. It's the furthest I'll go. Didn't put a full stop. There we go. I think that might be good. Lots of rhymes, lots of imagery. Like, you can tell how I was feeling. Like, a lot of people have, like, been past me. Like, they've, you know, stopped in for a moment, but not stuck around. But then, you know, it's not all a one-way street. A modest umbrella in a line of gazebos. I'm not the most attractive prospect. But what I could be with a little placebo, so a little fake happiness to lead me on towards real happiness. I think that one might be good. Less rambly. Like, look how long these lines are. Poetry lines aren't meant to get that long. This is much more contained. Maybe put an extra line break in there. Like that. That might make it better. Yeah. Not bad. Is this the last one? Yes. This one was the inspiration for the video. This one I wrote today. If the winds could whisper platitudes, would it stem my bitter attitude or just make me feel the world is condescending? If my pores could spew toxicity, would I figure out what is wrong with me or just accelerate my bittersweet descending? Can I wrangle opportunity from this rampant lunacy? Would anything get through to me this time? If you dangled down that rope between the sorrow... if you dangled down that rope between the sorrow and the hope that clings, tomorrow might yet rise to bring a sign. I need to be a fucking rapper to read some of this. If you dangled down that road between the sorrow and the hope that clings, tomorrow might yet rise to bring a sign that things might change. Isn't it strange the depths a man can sink to when surrounded by a void, and the fathoms one can see through once you stop feeling annoyed and just breathe? Do you believe? I need a reprieve. I need reprieve. What's up your sleeve this time? By the way, whenever I'm saying you, it's either a made-up person that I'm arguing with in my head, or me. Like I'm talking to myself. This time the latter. So, yeah, again, I like the flow. I think I'm really good at flow. It's a little bit teen angst again. But again, maybe that's where I am. I know I'm 34, a bit old for teen angst, but it's been rough, and I'm coming around to how I feel about it. And, you know, if I'm going to do that via writing, it's going to be angsty. And that's kind of where it is. Do all of the yous mean me? If you dangled down that rope between the sorrow and the hope that clings, tomorrow might yet rise to bring a sign that things might change. It can't be me that dangles the rope. Oh, I guess it has to be, doesn't it? No one else gonna pull me out. Sleep token. Fields of elation? I think so. Yeah. But this is what I do. This is how I come to terms with feelings. I write them in rhyming form with loose structure. Or very tight structure sometimes. Let me know what you think. Both of my mental position and of my writing. You could have got this video early on roastingcharmain.com. Yay. Recorded it immediately after the pirate one. Yeah, that'll do. Alright. From me, Roasting Charmain again. And from my channel founders, Trinexis, Cabbage, Kate, Hannah, Argo and Cayman. There's enough room now that I have to think, so that's cool. Thank you all for subscribing on the website. Yeah, until the future, be kind to yourself.